All right, so I'm on day 43, and I literally only read the first like 2 sentences, and then I started writing. So I'm gonna hop on and share. Hi, Asher. Yeah, hello. Uh, okay, so I'm gonna share what I got out of literally the first 3 sentences of the Devo today. So she starts out with this verse from Romans 8 and 18, where it's talking about our sufferings not being worth comparing to the glory that will be revealed to us. And this scripture, depending on the translation that you read it in, it's kind of hit me different ways at different times when I've been going through different things. But that, and then kind of how she starts out today, talking a lot about just pain. And she talks about how that there is value in the pain that we experience. And so it literally, after her third sentence, I just started writing. So I wrote, how do you process emotional pain? And when I say you, I was writing about me, but I'm assuming some of you may be able to relate. And so I just started listing some things. I either stuff it down, I compartmentalize it and move forward without dealing with it. Sometimes I might journal about it, but I don't actually really release it. I'm just writing. Sometimes I talk about it for the sake of drawing others in so that I can kind of get their confirmation that, yeah, that's really painful. And somehow it makes me feel better to know that other people are confirming what I feel. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you can relate to that. But as I wrote all of these things, I obviously was like, okay, these are the unhealthy ways that I sometimes deal with pain. Sometimes I deal with pain in a very healthy way. And when I do deal with it in a healthy way, kind of the difference is that I let myself feel it, but I also then maintain a right perspective on what happened. I don't, let myself spin. I don't let myself over exaggerate. I don't know what the right word is, but the pain that I'm feeling, and let it seep into all these other areas of my life. I understand whether the pain that I'm feeling is from a hurt that an emotional hurt or emotional pain that is justified, right? So like if you're mourning something versus if somebody's hurt you in some way, just having a right perspective on what exactly happened and why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. And then I do compartmentalize, but I find that it's a temporary compartmentalization so that I can function. But I still seek to work through it. And so I think the difference there for me between the unhealthy compartmentalizing and healthy is that I really, I'm compartmentalizing so that I can get work done in the day without crying, or I compartmentalize so that I can move forward in a friendship while I'm still kind of trying to heal from whatever the pain was. Or if I'm grieving, somebody's passed away or a loss, I grieve, but I can kind of compartmentalize it momentarily so that I can get through, my week or whatever it is that I have to deal with. So I feel like that's for me, a healthy way of compartmentalizing, but that I don't compartmentalize it where I just lock it away and kind of do what I was talking about earlier, which is just like stuffing it down. And then I use journaling because I love to journal. I clearly write also in my books, but I use journaling to release it, not to record or make a record of it. And I think that is an important distinction that I've found, is that sometimes journaling becomes a way of reliving something over and over again, a hurt, instead of releasing it. And then I talk about it with godly counsel. So talking about your hurt or your pain, of course, is okay. But talking about it with the right people, with godly counsel or with a mental health professional. And sometimes your mental health professional can also be godly counsel. My therapist is also a Christian. And so talking about it with somebody who can help me heal, find tools to process it or resources and really work through the pain versus wallowing in it, which is what I find that I do on the unhealthy side when I'm just talking about it with whoever will listen. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but y'all hopefully understand what I mean. So I literally have not read more than 4 sentences of day 43. I'm gonna go read the rest of it today, but that's what I literally got out of the first 4 sentences. So if that doesn't make you want to go buy this book, I don't know what will, because yeah, that's how powerful what she shares is and what I'm getting out of it. So I'd love to hear what you got out of day 43, assuming that you read the whole thing. All right, share in the comments below.